I look tired. Um, what's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., and I am the natural born thriller. And welcome everyone to something new here. When it comes to me doing a review, something that I never thought I'll ever do a review on, and that is UFC. So welcome everyone to this UFC 229 review, the show from October 6th, 2018. This was taking place at Paradise, Nevada, which at the venue it was at the T-Mobile Arena, with the attendance of 20,000 and three, four. I mean the attendance of 20,034 UFC fans in attendance, and the total gate of 17,200,000. Yeah, I think I said basically 17,200,000 dollars. Basically, that's I was trying to completely say there. But yeah, but the promotion of Ultimate Fighting Championship. Now, I'm not gonna go to the full details of the show itself, except for what happened the post fight from the main event between Kobe and Connor. But before I get to that, um, all I gotta say is when it comes to the indoor attendance venue, I'm like, wow, this place was packed. It was completely packed from top to bottom, from left to right. From diagonal. It was packed. It was a full house in this arena for Ultimate Fighting Championship. Or you could say UFC on what comes to the initials. But yeah, great job for sending out this pay per view event. And yes, this is a pay per view by the way. And unlike some companies, they know how to pack in thousands of fans in attendance for an amazing show that gives you what you want, obviously, as real as it gets. Unlike some companies that is as fake as it gets. I'm just saying, and I'm not gonna mention the name either. But yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But anyways, what I'm gonna do now is go through the results of the fights that happened. There was a fight that happened on the early card called UFC Fight Pass, which by the way, I guess that's something you can check out from the UFC Fight Pass, of basically of what I heard about. There was an early preliminary on card on that happened, that involved. I'm about to read the results right now. That involve what comes to the welterweight between Tony Mart, excuse me, between Tony Martin and Ryan Lafleur. I think that's how I say his name. And Tony Mark defeats Ryan Lafleur by knockout by a head kick and punches, and it happened in the third round and basically in a minute. Don't know how the fight was. The only thing I checked out was the pay per view itself, basically the main card. But I just want to read you the results anyways. But then we get to the lightweight. When it comes to Nick Lenz, I think I say as I pronounce it, versus Gray Maynard Maynard. I think I say yeah, Gray Maynard. And basically Nick Lentz defeats Grand Manar by total knockout, TKO basically. Well, with the kick to the head and some punches from the second round, in a minute and 19 seconds. And then finally we get to the women's bantamweight. I mean the women's bantamweight. Meant to say, excuse me. You had Ko Yana Kong con ni Skia. I guess I say it. Your first is Lena Lawrenceburg, and basically Yana defeats Lena by an unanimous decision. Basically, the first round was 30 points for Yana and 27 points for Lena. Then we get 30 points for Lana and Yana. I think it's pronounced Yana. And 27 points to Lena, and finally 30 points to basically the same points. When it comes to the judges making an unanimous decision, and basically based of reading the scores of the points, uh, again Yena gets the win, and that was that's something you can check out from the UFC Fight Pass. Then we get to another preliminary card from Fox Sports One, and you had the lightweight when it comes to Scott um how House Heusman, Scott Heusman versus Alan Patrick, and Scott Heusman defeats Alan Patrick by KO with some elbows in the third round that lasted 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Then we get to the women's bantamweight when it comes to Aspen Lane. Oh my land, I meant to say, Aspen Land versus Ton Tona Tonia. I think that's how I pronounce it. Tonia or Tonaya. I think I say it. Tonaya. A if singer. I think I say. But anyways, Aspen defeats Tonaya by total knockout with some punches that basically happened in the first round in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Then we get to the welterweight when it comes to Vincent Lacroix versus Jalen Turner, and Vincent defeats Jalen by total knockout. By knockout basically, KO with some punches and one in the first round in 32. I mean in 3 minutes and 52 seconds, and finally the flyweight that has Jersider for Forminga versus Sir Sergio Pettis, and basically the winner was Jurassic defeating Sorsigo. Sorsigo, I think that's how I pronounce it, but by an unanimous decision was 30 points to uh Jositer Jositer, and 26 points to Sorgigo, 29 to 29 points to Jositer, and 28 points to Sigio, and finally 29 points to the Jositer and Jositer. I guess that's it. Again, I'm assuming that's how I pronounce it. And forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it right, but and 28 points to Sogiro, and again with this person too. I apologize for that too. If I'm not pronouncing it right, but it lasted in the third round, and in 5 minutes basically. Basically when it comes to what comes to an anonymous decision, they'll fight to the end. And every round is every 5 minutes basically, and that was the card from Fox Sports One. Now let's get to the main card that I did see and that I did watch. And the opening fight for the main card was the women's strawweight, which it featured Michelle Waterson versus Philippe Herwig, and they lasted to the third round. That was every 5 minutes basically. An hour. Every round is 5 minutes, and the decision, and the unanimous decision. What comes to Michelle Water getting 30 points, and Felice, Felice, Felice. I meant to say, excuse me, Felice Herwig, 26 points, which I kind of disagree because I believe Herwig was getting the first round was hers, obviously. But somebody maybe disagree too. What more power to them. But I see. I thought Michelle Water was getting her ass kicked a little bit in the first round. Um, but then the second round, that's when Michelle Water started coming back with some 29 points, and for Felice Herwig was with 28 points, and finally Michelle Water also with 30 points, and Felice Herwig with 27 points. Basically, Michelle Water was gonna win the fight anyways because she may have come back in the second round and in third round. So yeah, she won with a unanimous decision. And you know what, folks? When it comes to Michelle Waterson, I think I'm in love. Even though she's married and she's got a daughter, she's got a husband. Uh, she's hot as hell, by the way. Oh my god. um, yeah. But yeah, I also follow her on Instagram, and I follow some other fighters on UFC as well. After watching this event, but yeah. Then we get to the heavyweight fight. We get Derek Lewis versus Alex Lovol, and basically the first round obviously went to Alex Lovol. Um, then we get to the second round where Alex Lovol was kicking on Derek Lewis' ass, and at one point um, I think it was during the second round that Derek Lewis got hit in the eye, or he claimed he got poked in the eye or something like that. I believe it's the first or second round. It was one of those two, but I can't remember. But I remember one thing. Alex Lavolk had his mouthpiece coming out and told the referee to pick it up and give it to Derek Lewis, and he didn't realize that was his mouthpiece that came out. And like, wow, that's crazy. He basically knows where he's at this point. And then finally, the third round. Basically the third round. Yeah, basically throughout the first to the third round, Alex Lavolk was winning this bout. But then Derek Lewis on that basically last seconds before the fight's gonna get ready to end, he gets a couple a punch left and right and hook him with the right, taking out Alex Lavolk, then start punching him, and then getting a knockout win in 40. Gets a knockout win in 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Basically the fight was going to be over in 11 seconds, but luckily Derek Lewis got the win at the end because he would have lost by an unanimous decision because he was getting his ass kicked. And like, wow, what a fight this was too. By the way, this was an amazing fight. Um, and also with the women's too. When it comes to the women's, they also had a good fight too. I rather see a winner when it comes to getting a knockout or submission. Or either way, but either way, I thought it was still good between these when it comes to the women's fight. But as far as the men's fight here, I'm like, wow, yeah, it was crazy. Then we get to the light heavyweight fight between Dominic Reyes versus if I could try to pronounce his name here, Ovins Saint Per Perluck. I think that's how to say his name. Basically, in this fight, it was a good back and forth, but basically, what comes to who's getting the most dominant in this fight, it was Dominic Reyes with getting 30 points in the first round, and Saint gained 27 points in and then we get to the second round where Dominic gets 30 points, and again the same result, same score results for Saint gaining 7 points. 27 points. Excuse me, 27 points. Basically for the first to second round, Dominic 30 points and Saint 27 points. And finally, we get to the third round, where the close to the end of the round, with seconds to spare, Dominic Reyes lands a right hook. I'm assuming I think it was a right hook if I'm not mistaken to Saint Ovins, Ovins Saint, and he goes down. But the horn rang blow because the round was already over. The fight was already over. and you got these commentators saying, "Oh, it's controversial." No, no, it's not. It wasn't controversial. Um, it, so yeah, either way, doesn't matter if he knocked him down or not. That way, Ovin Saint was got back up anyway. So um, he wasn't completely knocked out. He was just he was just stunned basically um for for a matter of seconds. And Dominic Reyes, either way, Dominic Reyes was going to win the fight anyways because he was kicking ass in these bouts in this bout from the first to the third round. Excuse me. All right, now we get to the lightweight fight where you have Tony Ferguson versus Anthony Pertis, and this fight, folks, this was holy shit. This fight was incredible. A lot of flips going on, a lot of kicks going on, a lot of bounce off the octagon going on. Usually you see Anthony Pettis does this, but then we had Tony Ferguson, who's fucking crazy, who stole his move, and he bounced off the octagon cage and gives him a Superman punch. And by the way, and that's how you do a Superman punch, Roman Reigns. Take notes. But anyways, um, but yeah, the first round, obviously, it was awesome. The second round, basically, that's when the whole Superman punch off the gate happened with Tony Ferguson to Anthony Perti, and Anthony Perti was looking frustrated because he took his signature moves there. um, and the second round ends. So here's what happened. Becoming with Anthony Petit's arm, I mean hand, excuse me. He had, I guess, suffered a broken hand, and on top of that, there was a lot of blood here, folks. A lot of blood gushing out from Anthony from here, and I think from above too, I believe, or maybe on the other side. It was blood everywhere. Even with Tony Ferguson, I think he was bleeding from somewhere from the mouth, from the lip, I believe, or from the nose out. But there was blood everywhere, folks. And I loved it. I'm one bloodthirsty motherfucker when it comes to these type of fights. I'm just saying. Um, and basically, the corner, Anthony's trainer, corner guy, stopped the fight due to to TKO. And so yeah, Tony Ferguson wins the fight here, and this bout could have went all the way if Anthony Petit hand didn't suffer and on top of that he was losing a lot of blood too. He was a bloody mess, folks. He was basically wearing a crimson mask. That was incredible. This was incredible. You know, unlike some companies, we get some blood in compact sports. Um, so yeah, and by the way, this was on the return of Tony Ferguson after an injury that he suffered um, from his knee, I believe. I'm assuming, and I'm hearing stories about how he rehabbed the knee and all that. I'm like, um, what comes to him after had that you know that surgery or whatever. I think he had. If I'm mistaken, I think they say he had that surgery of it. Which it that he had a scar. So I'm assuming he did have a surgery. I just didn't pay close attention to it though, but still. Um, but yeah, that was the fight. To me, I thought that was the best fight so far for UFC 229. Then we get to the main event attraction, the main event of the evening. When it comes to the lightweight, and it's for the UFC lightweight championship of the world. Basically, it's the return of Conor McGregor versus the reigning, defending, the undefeated, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib. However you say his last name, I'm just kidding. I'll try to say his last name. Khabib Nom Ogomdov. I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. Khabib. I'll just call him Khabib. But yeah, Khabib versus Connor. And folks, when it comes to for a championship, this was added for 5 minutes. I mean, for excuse me, 5 rounds every 3 minutes. So yeah, the main event gets 5 rounds, and I think not just because it's the main event, but also because there's a prize is on the line here, for these two prize fighters to go not just for the belt, but but for pride, for dignity, for um and on top of the whole thing with Connor and Kobe, whole this whole build up between these two, where it pertains what's going on between the personal lives, and what comes to who's the better fighter and all that. This fight was a big huge deal. It was a huge promotion, a huge marketing for people to spend money to pay tickets to come to be there for this event, and for people at home who pay a lot of money, a bit I think 60 bucks for pay per view to watch this event, to see how this is going to turn out. Basically, this was the draw. This was the main event draw. This fight was a huge draw, and I think it delivered in a way. Unfortunately, there was, like I said, there was personal issues that were involved when it comes to Connor and Kobe, because Connor said some horrendous things to Kobe's religions, to his people, to his father, and I think if I remember the story, when Connor threw this dolly to the to this van at one point, or bus, whatever it was, the tour bus, like that, and Kobe was in that bus. Remember if that story that Conor McGregor went crazy and all that, and he was a champion at the time, and I think at one point he was suspended by Dana White, and he had to be stripped of the titles, and basically Conor McGregor fucked up, and at the time he was not in there. I think he was stoned. He lost control, and then and then he didn't remember, he doesn't remember what he did there at the time, and basically he ended up turning himself in later on. I don't know if now the thing is I think he made it, sometime, but at the same time I think he made at the same time he was post bail, I believe. I don't really remember much of it, but it was basically months ago. But I could always look it up, but I'm not gonna waste my time for that. But basically, this is a fight that ends up being personal between these two. Now, that being said, let's get to this fight. The first round, Conor McGregor was turning around. And I think it was even between Conor and Kobe. And then the second round, Conor was toying around again with Khabib, and then Khabib basically gives him some punches, and from there Conor McGregor is like, that's so yeah, that's what happening when you're being too cocky and all that, right? But Conor McGregor didn't care. He's still laughed it off and all that, and then we get to the third round, and Khabib once again is getting the better of Conor McGregor, um, and then finally we get to the fourth round, where finally Kobe gets the upper hand on Connor. And Connor was doing some good offense too. By the way, he was I'm not saying he was being dominant in the fight, but he had a couple of shots in too as well, and it had some good some good fighting stance against Kobe. And then all of a sudden, Kobe on top of Connor gets him to rank he's ranking the neck. Some thought it was a choke, but no, he was actually ranking the neck. And then from there, Connor tried to get out of it, but then he immediately taps out. And after that, Kobe refuses to let go, and the referee pushes him off. And then I noticed, I heard about this. Had to we watched it. Kobe after he let go of the hole, he spit on Connor, and he starts trash talking to Connor and all that. And also he goes to Connor's corner where where his guys are. Connor's guys are there. And basically, folks, before I get to Kobe, from the fourth round, he ended it in 3 minutes and 3 seconds, by submission again, by cranking the neck, and again for the UFC lightweight championship, which he's the co-holder of it, and he's undefeated of it. But here we go, the the post fight controversy, excuse me, excuse me, the post fight controversy between what pertains to after the fight between Kobe and Connor. So Kobe, like I said before, he took out his mouthpiece and threw it out at the corner of Connor's corners where Connor's guys were at, the corner men or corner guys, whatever. Um, so Kobe climbs the octagon and goes right after one of Connor's guys, which it was Dylan dash Denise Denise Dennis Dennis Dennis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dylan Dennis. So basically, you had security's there. You had cops there. Luckily they were there. To make sure that there was no physical provocation outside of the octagon. And Connor tried to get involved at one point, and then one of Kobe's guys was trying to go over, but Connor takes him down. I remember watching some other clips of it too. By the way, when it comes to fans recording it at 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 the venue. And also Connor back in the octagon, and then the two guys came up to Connor. One of sneak sucker punches him from behind, and and basically a couple more going at the corner. Basically, and again more securities, more cops coming in to restore order and all that. I'm like, holy shit, this was insane, and you could it was insane. That was unexpected there, folks. Um, and then the camera zoomed out to the upper deck of the camera view, because 'cause this was a serious matter here. This is basically when it comes to me watching UFC, and basically me hearing about what um for years of what comes to UFC. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like this before. Never even heard anything on something like this happen in past UFC events before. So I'm like, wow, this was insane. I'm like, holy shit, this was I it was crazy, folks. It was crazy. This whole personal rivalry between Kobe and Connor has gone way too personal and way over the edge. It was just out of control, folks. Dana White got involved afterwards, and then basically um Kobe wanted Dana White to give him the belt, in the announcing the winner and all that. But Dana White's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that on you have fans that are who are hating, who are haters of Kobe, basically pro Connor fans, and yeah, basically they and Dana White did the right thing here, because if he would have done it, if he would have done what Kobe wanted Dana White to do, give him the belt and announcing the winner, and they would have done shit in the octagon, which is true, because here's what happened. So Kobe was be taken away by securities and all that, and his guys, and you got a fan throwing uh a Scotland flag to him, because he's obviously he's a fan, he's a fan of Conor McGregor, because Conor McGregor always has his flag of from Scotland, because he's Scottish. And then also as he get into the tunnel to go backstage, fans are throwing cups that's full of beer at him, not just at him, but also at cops too. I'm like, wow, man, this is getting out. This got out of hand. This really got out of hand. And Half of the blames half of the blame goes to Kobe because he should have never did what he did. He should have just celebrate the fight that he won against Connor. He didn't have to do what he did, and that's what caused this whole commotion. You know, this whole war. And so basically, they have we had the announcement making that still they're still undefeated and still the reigning defending UFC lightweight champion, Kobe, even though he was not in the ring. I mean, even though he was not in the octagon, they still made that announcement for him. And of course the crowds booed. But it is what it is though. But yeah, man, that was crazy, folks. And as far as the event to me is concerning, before I do, did they do some bonus rewards well, for the following fighters receiving $50,000 for bonus when it comes to for example, fight of the night between Tony Ferguson versus Anthony Ortiz, and performance of the night when it comes to Derek Lewis and Aspen Land. Aspen Land. And Aspen Land was not really on the main card though. But I guess what I think because what Aspen Land did in her fight, I'm assuming that is a she. Yeah, she is a she. Um, her performance was. If I could check it out, I could check it out to see how her performance was, and her fight from from Fox Sports News. From Fox Sports One. I meant to say. Excuse me. But yeah, other than that, I thought the show overall was a pretty damn good show. Especially and the post fight controversy aside, I thought the show was it delivered. It entertained me basically more than what WWE Super Showdown did. And UFC 20 basically UFC 229 was um a success obviously. Like all of UFC events, what comes to the numbers, and wherever they be at. So yeah, UFC 229. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I would easily give it a 10 out of 10, folks. But um, not going to though. No, just only because of the controversial post fight that happened. That's caused by Kobe. Because to me, in my opinion, Kobe ruined the finishing of the pay-per-view. You know the it was it you know it didn't close. The pay per view closed in a positive note. It closed in a negative and a controversial note because of Kobe. So that's why I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna give it a 9 out of 10. But still enjoyed the show for what it was. Amazing show, and hopefully we get this rematch between Kobe and McGregor that people are talking about. That even Connor wants that rematch. Hey, I would love to see that. I would love to see the rematch between these two. That way, they can have a positive finish this time, and hopefully put the differences aside and personal issues aside, put the beef aside, and be professionals to work and you know and made the best and made the best fighter wins next time. You know, and obviously Kobe did win, which he's still undefeated and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion. So, and that being said, folks, thank you for watching. I guess you'll be getting more of this when it comes to UFC reviews, maybe when it comes to pay per views too as well. But we'll see. We'll see if I invest my time to watch UFC fight night basically. But we'll see. Only time will tell. But other than that, thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., natural born thriller. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. If you haven't yet, if you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. Choice is yours and yours alone. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Take care. Peace on the streets. And I'm out.